Hello everyone, this is Rexer of the YouTube and Twitch channel NotQuiteThereGaming, and welcome to another session of recording Star Trek Online. And by recording, I mean this is going to be recording me flailing around trying to do missions and leveling my Goblin Engineer to his rightful place at level 60. Now, I did also notice that in the calendar right here, we're gonna have a bonus EXP weekend at the end of this month, which should hopefully help me out with leveling all the way up to level 60, not only for my Goblin Engineer, but for all my other characters as well, because leveling from 50 to 60 is a bitch, but more specifically leveling from 55 to 60 is a bit of a bother, just because of the sheer EXP requirements. But we should be able to do it. So where are we right now? We're still doing the Davidian questline. We are at Everything Old is New. Obviously, the Davidians have found a way to harness this surge of triolic energy, and by surge they mean the comet that's going to be passing by Drozana Station in I don't know how long, soon. The existence of the Davidian portal means they're traveling freely between the station in the present and the past. We found some dead bodies of Starfleet personnel from the past in the bowels of Drozana Station last time. Since 23rd century technology can't detect the Davidian phase shift, that time period is rife with potential victims. The only choice now is to stop the incursion at the source. You'll have to take that portal into the past and find out how the Davidians are creating this new surge of triolic energy. Stop them and find a way back without altering the timeline. Don't worry about temporal investigations. I'll pull a few strings. They'll never know that you were gone. Best to keep your team small, just in case. We have a lot of EXP, and you'll also notice that I leveled up to level 16. Now, I didn't go on any exciting adventures without you guys and gals. I actually just leveled up to 16 through the duty officer system. I've been doing some duty officer missions, and because of that I got some EXP, and one of the missions I did gave me a huge chunk of EXP and leveled me up from 15, to which I was last time, to 16, which I am now. As you can see, there's a fair bit of impact. Not in these missions that I've been doing right now. These are fairly low impact. Okay, now, one thing I really wanted to try, just really quick, is, since we're going to the past, I do have the Khan uniform. So I wanted to see if I can just set it up real fast for you guys. Probably not for my crewmates though. I don't know, we'll see. Depends if it uses the default colors real fast, or if it just starts doing weird stuff with my already existing colors. I'm thinking the latter, but I'm gonna give it a quick go for you. Okay. Let's see. Hey, it's Grimo! I need some new duds. Customized clothing, tailor. Very good. Let's see. Create a new outfit. And uniform. Oh, actually, let's see if there's preset here. So you can see here a lot of presets. Some of the outfits here I do have, some of them I don't have, honestly. This one I do have, of course. Don't have default stuff. I do have this, I think. I don't know. I do have this. Don't have this. Do have this. Don't think I have that. Nope. And the Wrath of Khan uniform. Let's see. Shit. It does try and use my presets, my existing colors. So, how do we fix this thing? In order to give it the actual colors. Fudge. Fudge, fudge, fudge. Nah, I think it would probably take too long if I try and do this right now. It's like... shit. Shit, shit, shit. Ooh. Reset all values of upper body. Okay. And the lower body. Okay. Let's see. Can we do this now? Wrath of Khan. Nope. Absolutely not. I also accidentally have two Wrath of Khan uniforms. Oh, you disappoint me so much, STO. Well, maybe I'll have it ready for another time, but it takes too long to do it right now. Maybe for the next mission. Let's see. Everything old is new. 500 credits to go to Eridani, and that's what we're gonna do. I actually have 2 copies of the Wrath of Khan uniform because I got them during giveaways. I got one during a giveaway, and I liked the Wrath of Khan uniform so much that when I saw another giveaway, I had actually forgotten that I already had it and got it again. Whoops. So double Khan. Alrighty, so go to the Drozana maintenance levels. Pretty straightforward. Dock at the station. And the maintenance levels should be here. Okay, so who do I want to take? Only 2 people, huh? That's a little bit... let's take Elisa and Tevrel. A healer and a damage dealer. And I'm the engineer. Sadly, your own officers don't really count as the extra professions when you have special options in the missions. So you need other players to do those. A properly modulated energy... oh my god. Sorry about that. A properly modulated energy discharge should allow us to use this portal to allow the Davidians back through time. To follow the Davidians back through time. Once we get there, though, it might be a bit trickier to get back. We should bring as few people as possible to minimize the chances of distorting the timeline. Alright. Anything entertaining here? Actually... what? 2 anomalies. Oh, it's just resources, eh? Well, since I already made my way here, I'll get it. Okay. I'm not getting the other one, though. So. And... pew. Huh? Pew pew? Take the portal to the past. Ah, okay. It was an option. I had to click it after firing the face. Everything old is new. We're still in Drozana Station, sir, just in the past. We need to be very careful here, Captain. If we damage the station or injure anyone, we could damage the timeline irrevocably. Even if Drake doesn't care about the Temporal Prime Directive, we should. We're still Starfleet officers, after all. Set weapons to heavy stun. We're still in the computer core, Captain. Strange. I wonder why there's nobody here. From what I remember about this time period, there should be someone here, even just a technician. If we can find the right parts, we could cobble together a subspace field emitter, of course, and perhaps get an idea of what the Davidians are doing here. But using 23rd century technology will make it much more difficult. The Federation won't develop ways to detect the subspace variances that the Davidians use until almost a century from now. I'll make a list of equipment here that we can use to fine-tune the Rosanna Station's sensor array. We can probably find the regulator components somewhere near the computer core and a induction coil on the power systems level. Alrighty. Now, I really hate this mission. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really hate this mission because it involves pseudo-stealth. Let's switch our guys and gals, rather our gals, to passive mode, so that way they don't randomly shoot at people. The idea is to get by everyone without getting into fights, if possible. And it's gonna be a real bitch to do, I'm gonna be honest with you. This first part isn't that hard, but there's a part later on the engineering deck, I think, that's... oh my god, I just want to kill myself. No wonder there is nobody here. The station is on medical alert. Non-essential personnel are confined to quarters, and the computer core is locked down. Unfortunately, that lockdown works both ways. No one can get in, but we can't get out either. Lucky for us that these old systems had some well-documented problems. It shouldn't be too difficult to override the controls. Sir, these old duotronic computers have a memory fault that makes them susceptible to overloads. An overload could cause it to lose processes, like the one locking the door to the computer core, and also life support, and probably shields to the station, defensive systems, communications, lighting, stuff like that, but nobody thinks about those. Probably, though, to be fair, they're probably implying that the computer would lose processes in order of importance. So keeping a door locked, probably one of the least important processes that it could lose. Whereas life support, yeah. In this century, there shouldn't be any tasks that could overload them, but there's an infamous 24th century warp geometry problem that would be insoluble with the processing power available to this computer. If we set the consoles to divert processing to part of this problem, we might be able to cause a memory overwrite that would make the computer lose its security lockdown. Okay, so we have a number of 3 consoles here, to my knowledge. We have this one right here, power distribution, nominal, control systems, allocation, bank 1 working. Banks, okay, so this is bank 1. Overflow memory bank 1, overflow memory bank 2 and 3. No memory faults detected, critical systems function nominal, medical alert currently engaged. Let's see, reset non-critical processes. Doesn't do anything. Check memory bank 1. Memory bank 1 queued. Memory bank 2 queued. Memory bank 3 queued. Okay. Let's see. We have environmental systems nominal, control systems allocation, banks 1 and 2. Banks 1 and 2 queued. Continue. Interesting. So 1 and 2 is there. And we have a third one, which I think is right over there. Field integrity. Okay. Bank 1 queued, bank 3 queued. Okay. So we're gonna take the fast way down. If I can actually manage it. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Bank switch memory bank 1. Working. Okay, now let's see if we can switch that working status over to the other memory banks, which really makes no fucking sense, but I suppose it's some sort of a puzzle. Okay, and then we're gonna switch to memory bank 3, I guess, and then we're gonna switch on memory bank 1 again. Let's see if we can tiptoe across this gap. There we go. Yeah, gonna access it from over here. Okay. Switching, and switch this back on. That did it! The door should open now. If you say so. Okay, where's... Okay, there's Lisa. And here comes the pseudo-stealthy part. Oh, this guy we're actually going to have to talk to. Hey, what are you doing here? What are we doing down here? This station is on medical alert. Nobody is supposed to be in the computer core area but me. Hey, is that a weapon? Don't try anything or I'll have to stun you. I'm lost. The lift shouldn't even have let you come down to this level. How did you get here? I came through a portal from the future. I was stuck on the lift when the station went on alert. This is where it let me out. Okay, sure. You should have used the intercom to call for assistance. It's not safe to move about the station during a medical alert. You'll notice that there is an attack option on every one of these. Right, I should get back to the main station areas. Follow me. I'm going to call security for an escort. But if I'm contagious, won't that be dangerous? I guess you're right. Look, just go up the maintenance lift and get to the emergency medical center as soon as possible and get checked out. There's a doctor up there who has set up a triage center for the affected patients. Thanks. So this is the easiest part, honestly. So I need to find scavenge components. Find a duotronic transducer relay. Find a plank regulator. By the looks of it, there's a duotronic transducer relay right in here. So we're gonna have a look at this. Check console for useful items. Found a duotronic transducer relay. Nice. Now we need to find a plank regulator. And... Sir, I'm leading a patrol team ahead. Exactly. Since the station is on medical alert, they're probably following a standard patrol pattern. We might be able to sneak past them, or even lock them in one of the side rooms. And lock them in one of the side rooms is exactly what I want to do. Let me just move up to the next level. Find a plank again. Is that an up arrow? It's an up arrow. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that the objective is above and not in that room. Okay. I'm gonna wait for them to patrol back over into this room right here, and then I'm gonna lock them in. I'm also looking forward to getting more explosives. I need to get commander rank in order to get the second explosive type. Let's see, door closes. Door closes, excellent. Now let's lock them in. Aha! Fuck you, motherfuckers. Okay, so. Hey, come on. We can move on. Shh. Okay, so we have another door right here, but nothing in it. Interesting. Lock door. We can lock the door out or lock the door in. Interesting. Amusing that they haven't unlocked themselves by now, considering that there is a console to do just that. There is one anomaly in the area. Really? There's an anomaly in the area? I really don't know why I'm going back. Odd. It's just pointing to the console. Big help you are. Okay. Set my keyboard. Okay. Run, Goblin, run! More triolic waves. There must be Davidians somewhere on the station in this time period. Now is another little bit of a chat puzzle. I wonder if I'm going to get this right. So we have knock out the ensign or talk to the ensign. Let's talk to the ensign. So we have Ensign Swoboda. Swoboda. I guess she is supposed to be Slavic? I don't know. I don't really know the origins of that name. It's not a name that I'm familiar with. Oh hey, you shouldn't be here. You should get up to the quarantine area. I'm on my way there right now. What are you working on? Actually, I need to use that console. I used to know exactly what you needed to tell her in order to let you use the console. But let's go with... What are you working on? You can redo it if you fail it, I think. Oh, just running a level 3 diagnostic on this subsystem. The computers on this station are state-of-the-art. I can simulate an entire copy of this station and display every piece of it as a wireframe model. Ooh. Perhaps you could show me. That's impressive. I see. Well, I won't get in your way. Let's do... Perhaps you could show me. I'm really busy with the diagnostic. Sorry, you should really go to the quarantine area. Excuse me. Let's try talking again. What are you working on? That's impressive. I know, isn't it? I'm very fortunate to be able to work here. Working on a station like this really strikes home just how modern and new everything is. Isn't this subsystem tied to the main computer core? Yes, although it has its own memory and subprocessor as well. It can even work in parallel with the computer core's main processor. What happens when you tie it to the main computer's memory? Here, I'll show you. Ah, yes, because we all overloaded the memory. That's odd, the core isn't responding to my request. I need to go talk to Lieutenant Myers. Make sure you get up to the quarantine area and get checked out by the doctor. Okay. There we go. Once she's safely out of sight, we can start rummaging through this console for useful items. Warning! Improper access may cause injury and or death. For hardware access, disable all power taps before servicing. Discharge static electricity before contact with leads. Unlock safety cage prior to access. Unclamp data lead to space regulator. Okay, let's see. So, the fun thing you can do when you get one of these puzzles. So you get the instructions. But if you switch to NPC chat, or any chat tab that has NPC chat enabled, you should get the message that you just got in this little window. And then, in this little window, and now I'm becoming a Chekhov. Warning, improper access may cause injury or death. So I have it right here. I can look at it, I can look at the exact sequence I need to go in without having this message displayed. And that will come in handy, maybe not in this puzzle, but in other puzzles, surely. So you can have the rules displayed at all times. Let's see, disable all power taps before servicing. Disconnect power. Discharge static electricity. Let's see. Disable all power taps before servicing. Discharge static electricity before contact with leads. Unlock safety cage prior to access. I don't know, there's no mention about the monitor, and it seems like the rules are still displayed in the same way. So let's do no, they're missing the unclamped safety cage. So let me go back to the start. Unlock safety cage prior to access. Somehow that disappeared from the rule set. Strange. Let's do unlock safety cage and remove computer monitor, take plank regulator. Okay, so that was the proper order. Excellent. This is just an easy one, but you'll find much harder ones that don't display the rules. Take the maintenance lift. Okay, I'm gonna do that in a second. Uranium, eh? Yes'm. Now I fully expect some sort of freaky shit to be going on. Nothing through here, good. I like the color here. Goes well with my skin. But seriously, I like green. Okay. Just running through. Just running through and take maintenance lift. And now, time to get fucked. This isn't the power distribution level, sir. Security is over in the world. They must have detected our arrival. Station security will probably be here any minute now. If we're going to get out here, get out of this without a fight, we'd better look for alternatives quickly. We'll have to find a console that we can use to override the turbo lift and that we can keep going. Blah 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 blah. This is actually time we need to hurry. Fuck. Okay, lock the door with an encryption key. Optional. Go through the Jeffries tubes. Another group of Starfleet officers ahead, sir. If we're cautious, we might be able to avoid them while they aren't looking. Use the command keys near your bridge officer portraits to direct their movement. Set them to passive mode if you don't want them to attack. Definitely going to set them to passive mode. Problem is, of course, that this next room, I've never been able to figure out how to get through this without alerting anyone. Ever in my entire fucking life. The closest I've ever had was when I actually had stealth on my tactical officer. And I just snuck by using a cloaking field, basically. Now, let's see if I can see. So they're all over there. The problem is, even when they're all over there and I go over here, like there's a specific angle where they will all see me and then they get alerted and then they start shooting. And then I'm fucking dead. Okay. This is going to be very, very painful, and I'm not going to like it at all. Okay, so probably not the best way to go over here. The idea should be to go over there behind those things, I think. Yeah. Now, if I can't get there myself, there is probably no real point in trying to get my officers over there. Okay. This is the worst. Pseudo stealth. You know what? I should just probably lay down mines and blow everyone up. But that would interfere with the timeline, so we can't do it. Okay, let's fucking run for it. Okay. Keep trying to get the internal scanners working. Ah, I see. Interesting. Okay. So they're turned around, but this girl is watching. So when she turns around to go back, I can actually can actually tell my officers to move. The problem is they shouldn't have enough time to move all the way. So I'm going to go back over to this cover and see if I can get my officers to go with me. Even so, I think we're still going to trip security over here, which is going to suck if I have to do that. Like, seriously going to suck if I have to do that. Okay, let's zoom out all the way. Let's see, are my officers within reasonable range? Not really. Let's move them over here maybe, first of all. Hopefully that's not in range to be really spotted. And that could have ended badly. Okay. And I will then move them over here really quickly once she turns around, and then hopefully I'll try to move them individually so they don't really have too much of an overlap. I mean, I should want them to overlap, so they're harder to be seen. Okay, there we go. This is just stressful. Now, do I want to make a break for the door or just... I'll move one person and myself over to the boxes next time she turns around. Come on, Tevrel. Okay, next I'll move Elisa. This is needlessly contrived, I know, and that's why I hate this mission. But you can actually skip it if you really wanted to, but we're kind of going for a completionist attitude here. Starfleet officers do not shy away from difficulty or adversity. Okay. Now, when she turns around, when she starts walking back, I am going to make a fucking break for it. Okay, okay, okay. With me! Run for your lives! Run for your lives! Run, run! Okay. I hate that room. Which reminds me, I forgot to mute my phone. Okay. So they are in passive mode, and fucking hell. Hold it right there. I don't want to attack, for fuck's sake. Oh my god. Escape or overcome Starfleet security. I really wanted to escape, but apparently it's not really an option. And this is exactly what pisses me off about this mission. Like, first of all, they tell you, well, you should really escape. You should make your way stealthily around everyone. And then you come across this room right here, and your only option is to attack. What the fuck? Like, if you wanted me to go full stealth, like, let me go full stealth. I'm all for it, like, let me. But no. They just force you to attack those guys. I've yet to see an option. Like maybe it's some options in this game are actually locked to diplomacy ranks. So if you do a lot of diplomacy missions, you sometimes get extra persuasion options unlocked in certain missions. Maybe this one is like that. I don't know for sure. And then you can try to be diplomatic about it. So let's see. Talk to the security team. Hold it right there. Let's not attack, and let's see if they force attack. Hello. Gaining the system. Don't mind me. Let's see. Override the maintenance lift lock. Escape or overcome Starfleet security. Hello, I'm just a maintenance engineer. Don't mind me, I'm just a Goblin maintenance engineer. Bye bye. Fuck me. Fuck me. Okay. Let's see if we can somehow escape this, and if we can't, well, fuck them then. Actually, let's just make a break for the fucking turbo lift. I can't be arsed. I cannot be arsed. There we go. Fuck 'em. Optional mission acquired. I don't think it even counted as a pass, what I did right there, which is just dumb. It says overpower or evade the security teams. Well, I did, and apparently it didn't count, so fuck you. Sir, we should be able to find an induction coil on this level as part of the power systems. Then we simply need to rig the subspace inducer to the sensor array, and we can pinpoint the Davidian's incursion. Find an induction coil. Open mission acquired. Down to the bones, huh? The sooner we get through this level, the better. Oh, Ensign Medic. This epidemic is really getting out of hand. I say, it's quite true, quite true. You there, don't stand there, come over here and give me a hand. People are dying like flies on this station, and it's all I can do to keep up, says who else but McCoy. Who are you? Actually, we know what's going on. Some kind of illness is affecting the people on this station. Blue flashes and ghost stories. There has to be a reason for it, and we need to stop it. People are dying here. Let's actually ask for the sake of seeing what sort of answer he gives. McCoy, Leonard H. But this is no time for introductions. Yep. What do you need me to do? As far as I can tell, all of these people reported seeing those strange blue flashes of light. Now they're all dying. They're worse than dead. Their brains are gone. Whatever this disease is, it's suppressing brain activity at an alarming rate. It's almost as if the energy between the neurons was being removed somehow. Yerp. The blue flashes seem to be associated with a strange form of radiation. So we've set up the triage center here. That crazy engineer said that the power distribution station is heavily shielded. What kind of radiation? How should I know? I'm a doctor, not an engineer. The blue flashes are still happening anyway. We need some way to replace that neural energy. Jumpstart their brains somehow. Engineering, like cold restarting a warp engine. I suppose that's one way of looking at it, but the mind is a much more complex and delicate instrument. Maybe that's the key. The brain might be able to restart itself if stimulated correctly. Give it the energy it needs and then a stimulus to make it spread throughout the nervous system. I'll need to know how much neural energy the survivors have so that we can figure out how much they've lost. Then we'll need to apply cortical stimulators at the correct frequency. It's no panacea, but it may save the lives of the crew. Saving these lives is important to making sure that everything turns out the way it should. Come on, grab a tricorder and start checking the neural activity on some of these survivors. Take note of your readings. We're going to have to calculate the difference from a healthy mind and determine the right frequency to stimulate the brain. A normal human neuron has a resting potential of minus 70 millivolts. Once you have some readings, we'll calibrate a cortical stimulator and try to revive some of these people. Continue. Okay. Help McCoy pioneer a neural rejuvenation procedure. Take readings from drained lieutenant. Take readings from drained ensign. Okay, so let's see. Is this either? Nope, apparently not. Also, ma'am, if you sit like that with a skirt, it's really not quite decent. Yes. Okay, so let's see. We should talk to McCoy after we get the readings. This is a bit worrisome, having all these bodies face down. Scan neural patterns. Take specific readings. Scan neuron resting potential. So we have neuron resting potential readings minus 60 millivolts. Complicated. Normal neuron resting potential minus 70 millivolts. Scan neural sodium potassium pump levels. Interior neuron sodium ion levels elevated. Sodium potassium gates damaged. So like I said before, we're going to have all of this information available to us in the NPC chat tab, or whatever chat window you have with the NPC chat enabled. So that's going to come in later when we try to figure this out with McCoy. Okay. Scan for anomalous neural activity. Sodium potassium gates damaged by forcible ion movement likely causes sudden change in neural voltage. Predicted results: hallucinations, loss of motor function, nervous system damage. Oh jeez, not a fun time. Well, depends. I mean, if drugs were involved, maybe a fun time, but still they're gonna die. So don't do drugs, kids. Where's the ensign? There we go. Scan neural patterns. Take specific readings. Scan neuron resting potential, minus 58 millivolts. The other one was minus 60, so we are establishing a pattern here. Scan neural sodium potassium pump levels. Exterior potassium levels elevated. Neurons limited to plus 15 millivolt active potential. Normal human active potential plus 30. Scan for anomalous neural activity. Sodium and potassium ions depleted. Some neurons incapable of electrical response likely cause sudden change in neural voltage. Predicted results: fatigue, blurred vision, dulled senses, loss of autonomic functions. Ouchies! Okay, so where is McCoy? There's McCoy. Talk to McCoy. Ready to try some neurosurgery? Let's review the findings. So, normal human neural resting potential, minus 70 millivolts. Normal human neural activity, plus 30. Neural change at rest. At rest, neuron contains positively charged sodium ions exterior, positively charged potassium ions interior and exterior. So much technobabble. It would be interesting to know if these values that they quote right here are actually scientifically valid. That would be actually interesting. But knowing the setting, it's, well, I mean, knowing sci-fi in general, most of it is probably just technobabble, which is kind of disappointing, really. Action potential. Neuron opens sodium gates. Sodium transitions to interior. Neural charge switches from minus 70 millivolts to plus 30 millivolts. Continue. Let's see if we can have an explanation, or whatever that implies. We need to restore the mind to its baseline state. Review your findings and set your cortical stimulator so that it will reset the brain back to normal. Hopefully, with a little push from the cortical stimulator, the subject's brain will repair itself with some time and rest. Calibrate the cortical stimulator. Set the voltage for the resting potential, minus. Now the thing is, when we started this, McCoy said that we need to investigate what had happened to these people. We know what the normals are, but why would we scan them? Scan the people if we don't need to enter that data anywhere. I'm going to go with normal values. For the action potential, 30 millivolts. Set the sodium potassium channel states. At rest neuron contains positively charged sodium ions exterior. Positive charged potassium ions interior and exterior. Positively charged sodium ions exterior. Sodium external, potassium external and internal. Let's see. That's the normal baseline values, so nothing actually scanned from these people will actually go into this. And he dies. No? Interesting. It worked. We need to get to this... Wait, what did it say? It worked. We need to get this to the station commander. Come on. Okay. Sir, this would be a good chance for us finding in the induction coil, which we want. Actually, just duck in here and do real fast. Get the induction coil. Just borrow it indefinitely. Integrate the subspace field emitter into the station's scanners. Okay, let's go through the side door here, maybe. Oh, there we go. Integrate the subspace emitter. It's working, sir. The emitter has adjusted the active scanners for the station. What do you make of these readings? Imaging shows that the station is becoming suffused with triolic radiation. The radiation is coming from Driffin's comet. The comet itself is emitting mass amounts of triolic energy. The Davidians must have realized that it's a natural source of the energy, and they're using it as an easy way to shift into sync with us. It's like riding behind the wake of a ship in the water. Incidentally, riding behind the wake of a ship in the water is a very bad idea, especially if you do it close, because you'll get jammed in the propellers and die in a horrendous way. Actually jumping overboard in a big ship might not be such a good idea when you're sinking, because you're gonna get chopped up. Oh my god. But that's not all that they're doing, sir. They're harnessing the triolic energy and infusing it with chronoton particles. With that, they could have enough energy to move the entire station out of phase, maybe even the entire sector. What? The entire sector? That's crazy. We have to stop them. Like, jumping from a station, moving a station out of phase and moving the sector out of phase, that's a pretty big step. I don't think you know exactly what you're talking about here. The comet is the key, sir. We can't do anything about the comet without a ship. And I don't think a 23rd century vessel is going to be able to do the job. With this information, it's clear that we have to find some way to destroy Driffin's comet, sir. We can use one of the auxiliary reactors in sync with the subspace emitter that we've hooked up to the station in order to make a temporary portal that will take us back to our time. Once we make it back, we'll have to report in and find a way to bring a ship back with us to destroy the comet. Harmonize an auxiliary reactor to generate a temporal portal. Excellent. Okay, so let's use triolic energy to form a temporal portal. We are now going to form a temporal portal. In time. Yep. Okay. Awkward silence is what I was going for. Redirect reactor to triolic portal. Lovely. And switch everyone back to normal. I want mines. Where are my mines? Yes, there we go. Shields. Oh, no. Not the temporal portal. Temporal portal is my thingy. think. One should hope. We have another problem. Oh, okay, so they're attacking the portal, so it is an enemy, I guess. We have another problem. We've absorbed so much psionic radiation at this point that traveling through a gate again would cause radiation poisoning. Normally we'd just use hydronolin to flush it out, but our medical supplies aren't protected against phase shifting. Our hydronolin supply is probably already irradiated. It isn't the sort of problem that comes up frequently. We'll need large doses of hydronolin to chelate out the existing triolic radiation and protect us for the transition back through the portal. There's one person who can probably get it for us. Now, it's kind of interesting. If you have a specific substance that is designed to not per se cure radiation poisoning, but alleviate radiation poisoning, why would you not shield it from radiation? I mean, it does actually make sense. It does actually make sense, so it's a bit of a planning problem with Starfleet. I'll have to bring this up in the next officers meeting, the next senior officers meeting at the Admiral's offices. Acquire a chelation dose of hydronolin from Dr. McCoy. Talk to McCoy. Something else you need? Actually, I have a friend who took a little too much triolic radiation and could use some hydronolin. A friend, eh? With all the radiation flares that the station is experiencing, we're probably going to be a little short on hydronolin ourselves. I could maybe spare a hypo, but if your friend is getting radiation, he or she is on the station already. I'll need a double dose to chelate out a significant amount of triolic radiation. You should never lie to your doctor about or your bartender. That much radiation would mean you're experiencing something close to the epicenter, like fooling around with triolic waves. You don't need green blood and pointy ears to know that that is a bad idea. But when the people on the station really need it, you came through. Really needed it, you came through. I appreciate that. I think I can spare a few doses. Just don't let the station's captain hear about this. Thanks. Look, I'm not sure who you are or where you came from, but I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm just an old country doctor, but I know better than to ask too many questions about a little unexpected help. You probably shouldn't loiter around here too much longer, or people will start to ask questions. I'm going to put these cortical stimulators to good use. And thanks, you've saved a lot of lives today. Cunning and guile, eh? If you say so. We can take the portal back to our own time whenever you are ready, sir. Return to your own time. Yes, we have completed the objectives. Wait a minute. Yes, we have completed the objectives. Return to your own time. Hopefully, we won't come across that annoying bug where it doesn't actually complete the mission. Because that happens. This annoying mission sometimes does not complete successfully. Okay. Everything old is new. So, Griffin's Comet is the source of the triolic radiation. That explains a lot. We actually already knew this. Several missions ago, we already knew this and already told you. However, we cannot simply destroy it in our time. The Davidians have the means to go back to the 23rd century and harness its energy there. However, that will be their only other chance. Before that, there's no Dorzana station, so there's no place that will be close enough to the comet's trajectory to be of use to them. The only logical solution is to alter the past, destroy the comet there, and save the Federation. As it happens, I have access to a way to transport your ship back to the 23rd century. It's risky, but I think the odds are in your favor, and if they aren't, there's always time for another try. I'll make the arrangements. Stay in touch. Break out. So we have the choice of a retrofit phaser bank or a retrofit phaser bank. So I'm thinking I'm going to take the retrofit phaser bank. Just, you know, probably the better option.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Yay! Lieutenant Commander. 17. Okay. So let's see, we have the USS Grotius. And we're gonna move this phaser back here, and we're gonna switch this phaser. Very nice. Ooh. Rare resources. And I'll see you in the next mission.